Thank you for listening and watching today's show. We aren't here to tell you what to think, but to inspire and empower you to do your own thinking for better life results. We are being shadow banned, censored, canceled, and deleted simply for sharing our message. Go to contacttammy.com and always stay connected with us. At contacttammy.com, sign up for our latest report on health, freedom, and organic lifestyle. Text the word health to 833-838-1020 and get free access to our community and a chance to win free merchandise and products. Send me a quick message and become a supporter. There are many options available, and you will have a direct impact on keeping independent media healthy and growing. Go to contacttammy.com and let's stay connected. Thank you so much for joining us today on the Naturally Inspired Daily. If you aren't yet a member over on livenaturallyinspired.com, we'd love to invite you to join us there. Right now, you can sign up to get your first month free by using the promo code Tammy. That's TAMMY over at livenaturallyinspired.com, where all of our content can be found in one place. We are here to help people feel good so they can do what they love for longer. So let's get started with today's Health Watch. Today, we're talking about 50 food additives you should avoid. Let's take a look at this article from mphprogramslist.com. It is quite an inclusive list here, and that's why I picked it. So the article talks about most of the ingredients that you should avoid fall into one of three areas: food additives, artificial sweeteners, and artificial colors. So those are kind of the categories that you need to be aware of. Of course, the FDA generally recognized most additives on this list as safe, and they are growing concerns about the safety of many common food additives in large quantities. That's something we should think about because portion size can be used for a little bit of trickery, if you will, when it comes to safety and also when it comes to calories. What it says on the label should be taken at a closer contemplation, really, because like a cereal portion can be listed as a quarter cup, and almost nobody eats a quarter cup of cereal. So that's when they're talking about safety, they're talking about these chemicals that are, consumed at these really small portion levels, which they almost never are in American society. It's just not the case. So take that into consideration when you're reading labels. Here are a few of the names that should stand out for you when you're looking at labels. Butane. Butane is in chicken nuggets, and it helps to keep them fresh. But butane is also known as a carcinogen. MSG, of course, that's a strongly linked to headaches, and it has caused seizures in animals and heart problems as well. Enriched flour, sometimes that can be deceiving because people think that it's enriched for our health. Well, in actuality, it is a refined starch that has a lot of toxic ingredients in it. So enriched doesn't always mean better. And this is in a ton of things like crackers and all those snack foods, that come in a bag or a box. So it's something you should really be aware of. Sodium benzoate is a preservative, and it's a lot in dressings. So you want to be, cognizant of that. A lot of bottled dressings and also carbonated beverages. And this is known as a carcinogen, and it may cause damage to our DNA as well. It's quite easy to make sauces from home. And you just have to get a little bit more acquainted with using fresh herbs, and, getting familiar with peeling garlic quickly, lemon, using avocado oil maybe, or raw oils to mix up your own dressings. They tend to be so much better. And we think that, it's going to be too much work, but it's really not. It's a few ingredients, and it's much fresher, and it tastes better. So don't shy away from making your own dressings at home. This list goes on and on. Aluminum, of course, in packaged foods, aluminum's awful. It just The amount of aluminum that we are absorbing is way too much. A lot of these things the body can put up with when they're in small amounts, but what we're not being told is that we're being exposed to some of these chemicals on so many levels. So it's not just in your chicken nuggets, right? It's not just in your lotions. It's not just in your air. It's not just in your cleaning products. It's in all of it. And so that's why I always talk about lowering your toxic burden rather than eliminating it completely, because that's almost impossible to eliminate toxins completely. But being mindful and making choices that don't have these things in them just lightens your toxic load, and it helps your body detox and process these things at a much better rate. Unfortunately, some platforms censor the information in this show. Watch the rest of this episode by going to naturallyinspireddaily.com. Find amazing interviews with people like David Icke, Max Egan, frontline doctors, and more at naturallyinspiredpodcast.com. Connect with me directly at tammycuthbertgarcia.com. Support our amazing team. Help us defeat censorship and become a subscriber for only $5 a month at livenaturallyinspired.com. Find me on all social media platforms at connectwithtammy.com.